So I have another class I have written. You can see it. Where this is a class for the book. Okay. Only is variable. One is a subject, another is a title. This non-parameterized constructor. Okay. So some of the basic values I have already put it. One is Java, another is OOP using Java, whatever. Next is the parameterized constructor is there. Okay, it will take two parameters. Next one is a method which is called the display method, which will display the subject and the title. Next, within a public static void, then I have created the array of objects. That is the main thing that I want to show you. First of all, I have created a object of the scanner class. Previous day I have taken, but I have not used. Today I have taken a scanner class. Scanner is equal to new scanner system.in. Using that one, I can take the values from the user. Okay, so before that, I have created an array. So this is the array of object. Book B1, book B. This is the array of how much size is the two. So you can increase the value. Okay, and using the loops, you can call the constructor and the method. So previously I have shown it that each time I am taking one object or two objects separately. Here I have taken array of objects where you can put the values as your requirement. So it may be the 5 or it may be the 10, whatever. And instead of this, any question?
No, sir.
No, no. Okay. So first of all, you check it. No, it. Maybe slow. Okay, leave it. If anything you cannot see the screen, you tell me.
Okay, sir.
Sometimes the sharing content is not showing, so that's why I'm asking you to tell me. Okay,
Okay.
so here, if you see the output, there are two objects, two iteration I have taken. So every time this will say the same thing: subject equal to Java and title equal to this. Okay, so each time this will see the showing the same thing. Next, I am trying to take the values from the user. Okay. Some of the noise is coming. Where from this is coming? Enter the subject. And here I am passing this one. Subject, comma, title. Okay, so enter the subject. I am putting suppose um, title. Oh, sorry. Okay, the in Java something you just put it. So whenever, so basics. Oh, sorry. What happened? Okay, this is taken the separate. Okay, okay. So, so, okay. No. Oh, here is another variability. Okay, okay. That's why this is showing problem. Okay. Hmm. No, still this is showing some problem. Why not? Mm, what is the wrong? Next, next. Okay, for the timing, so I have to change it. Otherwise, it will take some more times. Later, I will check it. Okay. So I am take it as a int ID. Int ID.
Okay, sir.
As because I don't know why this is showing. It may be some problem. Later, I will check it. ID equal to suppose 101 like this. I'm checking it. Int ID. Here this dot ID. Do it. ID is the ID. Okay. Yes. ID and title. I am doing it. Okay. Here int I sorry I k next. Okay. Enter the ID. sc dot next int, then it will be in next int, and it will be sc dot next. This is the ID. This will be k and tt. Okay. Now try to see. Let's see what happened. Where is sub? Sub. Where is sub? Sub. Okay. ID. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. So actually, what I am trying to show you that whenever you are taking an array of objects, it will what? Hello.
Nothing, sir.
Okay. So this is I have already iterated only for two, the 0 to 1, and I have taken this array of objects for 5 elements, 5 objects I have taken. Okay, so you may put it in another variable where it may be decided that how many objects you can do it. How many objects you want to create. Okay, and here they are you are taking the variables, taking the values from the user and just pass it. So using the constructor, you may initialize them, and according to your requirement you can call the methods of this. So these are the process of taking the array of objects. This is the main line. Okay, and using the loops you can do it. So previously I wanted to show you, but as because of time it's not there, so left it. Okay, so today I will start another chapter. This is the inheritance. Okay, so I'm saying inheritance. I think you know the concept of inheritance. Inheritance means some of the class already there, and whenever you want to extend that, that is, you want to use the methods or the variables whatever there to reusable the codes. Main objective is to reusable of the codes. Okay, so previous day, probably the first day, I have already told that whenever suppose there is a basic calculator is available and you want to extend the features of this calculator, then why you write the from the very beginning? Not required. You just extend the basic calculator and within this you just put the extra functionality according to your requirement. Is it? It may be that if you need the log function, then you can just put the log function, and all the other functions, basic functions, you can inherit from the parent class. Okay. Otherwise, if anybody else is there require another separate function, then you can inherit either your class where you have put it the log functions. Along with this, you can put another functions you require. Okay, so in this way it can be extend so that the less number of codes will be there. So time consuming and money both will be reduced. Okay, so basic structure of inheritance is of three types, actually four types, but the okay, I'm saying it. So stop. Okay, so the can you see?
Yes, sir.
Can you see PPT?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so you can see that this is the basic structure of inheritance where there is a parent class. This is the parent class. Okay, and you can inherit the properties to different other classes. Like there is a class bard where some of the attributes will be there. Okay, and whenever you require a specific bard, So it may be the two type. One is the flying bird, it may be the non-flying bird, it may be. So then you can inherit the property. So obviously, if it is a flying bird, then some of the property will be common and it can be inherited from the bird. And whenever you are going for the flying bird, then obviously some of the other features will be there which is not there. So it may be that flying bird means obviously it can fly, and whenever there is a non-flying bird, it may be that some of the basic properties will be there, but along with that, as because these cannot fly, so some of the other property will be there. So in this way you can inherit the property which is common. Okay. And there are three types, mainly three types of inheritance are there. uh, This is the single inheritance where only one parent class. This is called the parent class. This is the child, or it may be called the super class, subclass, or the base class, derived class. Okay, so these are the three types of names are there. You can use any one of them. Okay, so class A, if it is a class A is the parent class, then we can say the class B is the child class. So from this property will be inherited to class B. This is the single inheritance. Is it clear? Next one is the multi-level, where class A is the parent class B is inherited the property from the class A, this is called the child class, and from class B, some of the property will be inherited to class C. So this is also the child class. So it may be the C, if C is the child class, then B is the parent, and you can say A is the grandparent, like this, or subclass in this way. So anyone you can use. Hierarchical means when one parent class is there and you can inherit the property to class B and class C, class D, whatever. So from one parent class, multiple subclass will inherit the property. This is called the hierarchical. Or from this B and C, it can inherit the property through other classes also. So hierarchical way, this is called the hierarchical inheritance. Types of inheritance are there. Another type of inheritance was there. This is called the multiple inheritance. But as because this multiple inheritance is not supported, so why this is not supported, we will discuss it later. After completing these things, basic things, then we will go for that. Okay, is it? So first of all, that how can you recognize? Whenever there is a class as there and you are trying to write some of the subclass. So first of all, you have to check whether this is inheritable or not. Suppose you have a class B and you are inheriting some of the properties from the class A. So first of all, you have to identify that whether the property where the in the class A are inheritable or not. So how can you check it? Now, there is a function. Previously, I have already showed that is a property. Is a property, you can check it. Suppose whenever some of the common features will be there, you will try to inherit. That is the main thing. Are you listening or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose whenever you are writing a class for the animals, so animal has a four leg, so tiger has a four leg. Okay. So you can inherit the property. Okay. Is it or not? Can you got me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So suppose they are animal has a four leg. So you whenever you are writing a class for the tiger, so you know the tiger is an animal, so you can inherit the property from the animal class. Now, whenever you are writing a class for the table, so you know the table has a table or chair has a four legs, is it or not? So normally table and chair has a four legs. So can you inherit the property from the animal? So there is a big question. So now how can you check it? So obviously not. This is very ridiculous that whenever you are writing a class for the table or chair, you cannot inherit the property from the animal as because the chair or table is not an animal. So how can you check it? Now put the question, is it? So put the chair is a animal. So if you got the answer yes, then only you can inherit the property from the second one, that is from the animal class. Otherwise you cannot. So here if you put the question the chair is an animal, so obviously you will get the answer no. Is it or not? So you cannot inherit the property, but both have the common features. The table and the chair has a four leg, same time the animal has a four leg, but still you cannot inherit the property. Is it or not? So these are the very basic criteria to check whether when at the time of inheriting some of the property from some of the existing class. Okay. Now you can check it that this is the animal hierarchical inheritance. When there is an animal, you can inherit the property to the carnivorous and the herbivorous, and from the carnivorous it can be the wolf, it can be for the herbivorous it can be cow, deer. So in this way the arrow sign will indicate to inherit the property from that class. Okay, so normally the arrow will be in a different direction. So whenever you are trying to write some of the class, you have to plan that how you will write your classes, so that whenever you are extending that, you require to write less number of codes. Right? Whenever you are writing the wolf class, if we put all the features of carnivorous and animals here at that same time, whenever next time when you will write the class for the tiger, then again you have to write all the features for the carnivorous and the animals. Is it or not? Or if you write the class for the fox, then also you have to write all the features for the animals. Is it? So whenever you have to write some of the class, and obviously for the very small class, for the testing purpose, this is not very important. But whenever you are dealing with a large project, then you have to think in this way that what will be the future, that how the that what are the different things will be required in the future. So in that way you have to think and you have to design your classes hierarchy. Okay, so if in this way, suppose you have to write for this, so cow. So if you try to write the class of the cow, you know that in the latter it may be some of the client will ask to create the class for the deer. So why not you will try to design your class in that way. If you put all the classes in the all the features in the cow, so next time you have to write all the features in deer also, so every time the codes will be repeated. Okay, so we will not want, we want what, no, first of all you create, that is the animal, this is the common features will be there. Then for the carnivorous and the herbivorous, you the carnivorous and the herbivorous put separate features, that which carnivorous means some of the features will be there, the herbivorous will be the different features will be there. Okay, and whenever there is a cow, some of the common features will be you can inherit, and extra some of the features will be there, only that part you will add it within the cow class. Similarly for the deer, it may be that you just add some of the extra features. Suppose cow will be the what, this is our which type of animals we can say, mm, actually we this is a pet animal, no? We use it in our we keep it in our home. Okay, so but there is not, so that only particular features will be used, will be added with the cow class. So this way you have to think. So I have created an uh, page, you can see it or you can take it, that plan of your programs with inheritance, that what you have to do with your, that whenever you are trying to dealing with the inheritance, we can use that one, that is this one. Keep in your mind the following points during plan of your programs. What are the plans? Now first use inheritance to avoid the duplicate code in subclass. Is it? So suppose you have written some of the things, suppose eat method, whenever you are writing a class animal, you are putting a features that eat these animals can eat something. But whenever you are writing the another class and the exact class, so there you cannot, you can see that this type of eating habit is not appropriate. So better you just not put any features which may be changed from animal to animal, right? So in this way. Next is a group the objects you meet that have common attributes and behavior. So first of all, you have to think that what are the different classes you have to build, if there is any common features or not. So if you see that there are some common features, then you collect it and create a separate class and put it into the as a parent. Is it? Next, design a parent class of each group with their common attributes and behavior. Sorry. Okay, and next is, if again some group of parent class have the some same common or some common behaviors, create another parent class or grandparent with all common behaviors among the parent class. Okay, so is this clear that how we have to write your classes? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is whenever you are trying to write some of the class, so before of that you have to think that how it will be created as a parent class, or if it is required you can create another parent class of that in this way. Next, continue until it seems not to duplicating any code, otherwise finish the class highlights. So this means that as much as possible, that you have to try to not to repeat any codes. Okay, so